Alright, hello everyone. This is TooneySA with the latest episode of the time trial tournament. It's been about 6 months since the tournament finished, and we're still going through the tracks. We've got 6 more to go, and today we're going to cover Engine Labs. With me, I have two guest commentators. It's Looper again,
Hello.
and we also have the man himself, the character of the Engine Labs track. It's Engine's racer Kolapro,
Yo, yo, yo.
and I think you'll be quite happy with Cola's performance with his home field advantage.
It's only
Alright,
fair.
Funny.
Before we start, I guess we should get Looper's expert knowledge out of the way. What can you tell us about the track Engine Labs in terms of good strategy, Looper?
I'd say Engine Lab. I'd say the whole Warp Room 4 is full of interesting stuff in regards to the actual track layouts. Engine Labs is just a game of get good reserves and then waste them all on the last bit where you get USF. That's basically it. Everything else is just proper cornering and U-turning.
Yeah, there are two ways to do that last section, if I recall correctly. You can go the intended route, which I don't think gives you USF, or you can sort of veer off to the right to hit a
It
different ramp.
does give you USF, although the landing time is much bigger than the one where you veer off to the right. And because of that, your reserves may drain faster and your USF may die down much quicker than the one everybody uses.
Yeah, it
That's
seems
the
like
whole
good
difference.
players go for the one on the right, and then people that want a bit more of a safer route go to the left.
Yep. And that's all there is to it, to this track.
Yeah, it like, considering it's quite a late game track, apart from the toxic waste barrel and a couple of holes, there's not really too much in terms of difficulty. I don't think. I think it's actually
I'd say
pretty
Engine
straightforward
Labs
track.
is a pretty good skill test because you actually need some skill to not only gain reserves but also maintain them.
Yeah.
So that's that.
So for high level play, yeah, it's all about reserve game, and I think we'll probably be having a similar conversation when we get to Hot Air Skyway, which I really
Yeah,
want to
that
look
would
at
be
doing the
interesting.
USF on that. Can you guys see the video?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
All right, so from their request, we're going to play through the video twice, and then we'll do our leaderboard breakdown. So here we go. And just a note for myself as the editor, pressing play in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so I'm taking the left side. Cola's going to be talking about the middle players, and Luca's going to be talking about the right players.
Yeah, we do have in the middle some skilled players like Tantafant, MTB, and myself. So I'm gonna probably keep track of those three at most.
Yeah, Brandon Black with some strong performances, and Dan Fanta too, but they've, in the later part of the tournament, they really let their skill level drop in submissions, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, true, Brandon as well, yeah. Yeah, I mean, some of these players that are in the tournament, they got better at CTR through Nitro Field and not actually the PS1 game. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah, I'm genuinely excited for.
I'd say that only helped with their performance because seriously, Nitro Fueled only made it easier to understand how CTR actually plays, because before Nitro Fueled, everyone thought that CTR by its gameplay is just a copy of Mario Kart, which is a pretty hollow and stupid statement, which is made by someone who has never ever fucking played this game. But Nitro Fueled actually made people understand how CTR actually plays. And because of that, people in the original game gained some confidence in their skills, I'd say.
You can see Kolapro is currently in first place, followed by, I think, myself and Luke.
Followed by Marcus a little bit. Like Marcus
Black
is
just-
only
oh,
just
oh,
bit,
oh,
and
Marcus.
Marcus.
Oh, Brandon had the same thing. He fell down like somewhere, and then he also got crushed by a barrel. So Brandon really has had.
So
some
right
bad-
now, the only one who's
Oh, Yoga as well. Oof.
pretty behind is Psychic right now, but he's really dropped. Kola at this point really dropped far off.
Brandon also
And
fell down.
right now, yeah. Oh yeah, you've overcome Psychic later that time. Yeah, you're basically right now on the second place.
Isn't Luke RF44 first at the moment? Like,
Let's see, 211, 211.
it's kind of. Yeah.
Oh,
okay,
Luke, yeah, this
And
Luke
this is
was
where
on
Luke-
track to literally win, but then we can see right there he falls down on the last lap. Otherwise, yeah, it should have been a win for Luke, really. He still claims second despite that like really drastic mistake at the end there, so that's pretty impressive.
It's crazy, actually. Yeah.
The guy claims third, if I recall correctly. I think Psychic was fourth and Marcus fifth, so I'm not sure.
Nice. Yeah, this track is about keeping.
I didn't
fire.
expect so many people to actually fall down, but oh, Brando goes
Oh, Brandon again. That's the third time I think Brandon's fallen down. Space Weave, I don't think has even fell down, which is pretty cool.
And then to finish.
Gotta give him credit.
Nina actually pulling ahead of
Nina
Brandon Black.
Oh wow.
Nina actually was able to outrun pretty much more confident people, which is a
Yeah,
good
that's pretty
sign.
insane. I told her when she prepared for this track, just play it safe because people go for some strats and fall down. Oh, all right. Before we go back to the leaderboard, I said I'll play the video one more time. So this is me pressing play again in 3, 2, 1. All right, so watch it one more time. I guess we can focus more on the front runners this time around. Yoga has been pretty consistent, but it's also, the same thing happened to him when the tournament was coming to a close. He started like doing a little bit less practice than normal. I remember how much practice he put in for Tiger Temple. Like he practiced that for like a week and a half religiously.
Oh wow.
It's like every day he'd be in a call, just sharing screens. Al Malloy too before he dropped off.
Fair enough.
Lance Fanta off quite early there. I missed that the first time around.
Oh yeah, me too.
Fisher being hit with a barrel.
Banner was also squashed a little earlier.
Did you fall off the track at all, Kola, or did you manage to stay on for all 3 laps?
Kola actually did manage to stay intact throughout all 3 laps. Although you messed up this U-turn right now.
Yeah.
He got the Ultra Sacred Fire for quite a lot of its intended place.
Yeah, I just tried to keep it through the important parts of the track, because that's the most important parts.
Yeah, you really came close to coming off that. Look how far Luke is ahead at this point. It's pretty insane.
Yeah, it is kind of. I mean, yeah. He was playing better. It's just unlucky at the end,
Yeah.
And there he goes. No, not right now.
Nah, that's the second.
It's the final lap. Like it's like literally. Oh, Psychic falls off. That's why I beat him. Okay. I wondered about that. I was like, how did I beat Psychic on this track? This is definitely a track that I expected him to beat me on. I mean, I expect him to beat me on every track. But...
Yeah. He was kind of pissed off, wasn't he? Like he was not in the first 3 places, or no medal for this track.
Yeah, I think for a couple of tracks. Like I think it's because I think it was from Tiny Arena. He basically then just did all of the remaining tracks in one sitting.
Oh yeah. Just like a lot of people.
Yeah, just like a lot. I should have just like made that the theme. You just gotta do all your tracks in one go. Just one
And there
after the
goes
other.
Luke.
Yeah, bless him. We'll learn out from our mistakes for Nitro Fuels. It'll just be like you got a month, but you gotta submit all of your 8 tracks like in a single sitting or something like that.
Also, what I missed first time, I just see like Lucas Bolton and Nintendo Jam were like very close at some parts, but then and also Monkey Man.
Yeah, Lucas had a bit of a redemption. The sort of mid to late part of the tourney, so I'm doing a little bit better than the early part.
Yeah.
247 there. Just like, look at that. Desert Monkey's been really solid with the tournament. Really, is like a mid-tier racer, and Lucas is only a second behind him on this track. So that's kudos to Lucas.
Desert is just consistent, I guess.
Yeah, he's consistently mid-tier, just like me. Although I had
You're
a
not
pretty
better.
good end to the tournament.
I would say pretty good is like understatement, you know.
All right, let's go through the rankings then. So I'll go up until 8th, and then actually I'll go until 7th, and then no, wait, that's still not fair. We can do 6 each. Yeah, 3 people. That's perfect. Okay, so we can
Good
see.
math
Oh gosh, wait,
skills.
did I get second? I thought Luke got second. Wow. All right.
That's really okay, yeah.
I thought that I got 3rd place in that. Like,
time to brag, bro.
well, fuck you. All right. Kolapro in 1st place with a 222. Look at those 2s. 30 points. Big. I think this is the only time in the tournament so far Kolapro's got 1st. How do you feel?
I didn't even
Accomplished.
expect to get first, dude. Like,
It was
very
hilarious.
nice.
I messaged Kola saying, I want you to commentate because you got 1st in this race. And he was like, wait, what?
Accomplished.
Did I?
Yeah. Okay.
I got 2nd place with a 226, 25 points. I think that's my highest finish in the tournament so far. So that's 2 of us that have done the best that we've done. Luke getting an impressive 227, just under a second behind me, 22 points. Psychic Gamer with one of his more weaker finishes, which is pretty insane being 4th, but it's considered quite a low spot for him. 228 with 20 points. Mayo Doctor in 5th, that's a very good finish for Mayo Doctor, 229, 18 points. I feel like Mayo Doctor would be a little bit higher up the table if he didn't have a turn character for like the first couple of tracks. Yoga then in 6th, a very low spot for Yoga. He got a 234. That's a massive time difference of 5 seconds between 5th and 6th. And so he gets 15 points. Over to Kolapro.
So MTB was 7th with 13 points. Desert Monkey, then there's like a big gap between 7th and 8th. 11 second gap. 12 points. Lucas, 11 points. 1 second behind. Crystal Fissure, 10 points. It was literally close between 9th and 10th.
0.3 seconds.
0.3.
Wow, that's close as shit. You'll be proud of that, Lucas, beating Fisher. Like, you made it to the top 10 for the first time in the tournament. Great job.
Monkey Man, 255. So again, there's a big gap, and 9 points. And Denta Fanta, 257 and 8 points.
Right, so we have Nintendo Gen at 13th with 258, 620. That's 7 points for you. And Nina outdone a pretty good amount of competitors here, even Brendan. And that's a pretty impressive 6 points for her with 3 minutes, 01 seconds. A 0.7 seconds gap by Brendan, which gives him 5 points. Next we have King Diddy with 3 minutes, 06 seconds. That's 4 points for you. And then a pretty big gap after that with Mum finishing at 3 minutes, 08 seconds with 3 points. And Kaza finishing last with 2 points on 3 minutes and 09 seconds.
Yeah, I'm quite surprised, actually. I thought Kazu was like a little bit higher than that, looking at how he controlled. All right, so the overall points. Again, I'll just read the first 6. So Yoga sitting on 1st place still with 302 points. A slightly shorter gap this time because Psychic Gamer finished ahead of Yoga in this race. So he has 262 points. Luke RF44 in 3rd place, still solid with 251. Kolapro shortens the gap a little bit with a 1st place victory, 227 points. Marcus Terry Bedford in 5th place with 209 points, and me way away from Marcus in 181, but gaining a little bit of ground over Brandon and Mayo. Over to Kola.
So yeah, Mayo actually advanced 7 places, and now he's sitting at 149 points. Brandon Black also advanced one place, and he's actually tied with Mayo on points, so they're sharing 7th place. L that dropped out, right? So he has 146 points now. He's in the 9th place. Jambosaurus, I think, also dropped out, 134 points and 10th place. Crystal Fissure 1 point away from the 10th place, so 133 points. Desert Monkey, 126 points, so nothing changed really. Fanta, 106 points, 13th.
Lupa?
Okay. Next up, we have Monkey Man with 95 points. Next up, a pretty 10-point gap, which you have Lucas with 85 points, and then a very, very big gap between 15th and 16th. We have Nintendo Gen with 59, King Daddy with 53, me with still 45.
Still in 18th.
Yeah. Kaza with 31 points, Mum with 29, and a pretty good ground for Nina that she gained pretty good amount of points, and now she sits at 20.
I know, like, her target was to get 10 points, and because of the dropouts, she's made it to 20, so that's 2 dresses I have to buy her.
You
Also,
better.
like, I think that you're going to get away, Lupa, with staying at 18th. I don't think those bottom 3 are going to get enough points to overtake you.
I'm still thinking about doing a what if situation. Then I'm just gonna. I think I'll do it next weekends. What I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna just do all the rest of the tracks in one sitting without any like practice and stuff, and then just montage it all together, slap it together, and then just share it around.
Yeah, I was going to try and organize you doing that at the same time as Chambers, because he also wanted to do a what if as well. And then I've
Oh,
also
that
got
would
to
be
reach
nice.
out to this is separate, but I've got to reach out to Al and Nintendo Gen to see if they want to do a what if situation as well. Like Nintendo Gen, he joined the tournament a little bit late, and so did Al. And also Al like had a lot of work going on towards like the middle of the tournament, which is why he ended up dropping out. So
Yeah.
there may be 4 what if competitors, which is it's something cool to see at least. Where do you think that you're going to sit with no practice, just doing it one after the other?
Well, with no practice, I am confident with myself because hey, it's been what 6 years and I'm still constantly playing this game. Albeit I'll do it online with a lot of differences between the tracks and their 4-player versions and their 1-player versions.
Yeah.
But I still say that I'm confident with how I drive around the track. But of course, this game is as random as it is, and well, if I'd say that with no practice with and a what if, I'd say that in 80% of times I would beat everyone.
Do you think you're
But
going to
of course there
finish
might be.
first?
Well, if we are going to judge by the times and compare them, I'd say that I'd be either first or second. Depends on how lucky I'll be.
Okay, all right, that's a very high standard. I thought he was going to be modest and say top 5, but okay, we're going to hold you to the high standard